Damn it, this is the last part I'm going to do. I'm going to try to stay focused on this one about tips you guys can use on trying to find this stuff if you're having a hard time getting this type of music. I know I was frustrated trying to hunt this shit down too. It took me a while before I could finally, you know, be able to get this stuff consistently. And even now, it's still a bit of a chore. So I will help with that. We'll try to give you guys some tips. And again, in some places, this will be easier to do than others. Like if you happen to be living in a place like, you know, New York City or Chicago, it will be a little bit easier tracking this stuff down than, say, if you happen to be living like in Roseville, California. Then I will admit, some places are easier to get than others. Now, granted, we're not going to talk about, you know, the more, the faster digital way of getting music, you know, in the dark side of getting that, because we already know about it. We don't need to discuss it. We don't need to get people in trouble. And believe it or not, I don't depend on that nearly as often as you may think. But I will say this, especially when it comes to the type of music I like listening to, don't expect to easily find it on there anyway. Unless a whole lot of people have heard of it, you probably won't be able to get it that way. And you'll see what I mean in a moment. Here's a couple of tips that you guys can use when you're trying to get this type of music. Number one is obvious. Try to figure out exactly what it is, the names of the people that you're trying to look for. At least the names. You need something to start off with. If you don't have something to start off with, you're screwed. You're not going to be able to take your first steps. So it's one thing to go, oh my god, that music sounds awesome, but if you don't know who did it, what genre of music it is, or like the general idea of what genre it is, what album it came from, the name of the track, if you got nothing to start on, you're pretty much the guy going around, look, the beat, it sounds like and no one's going to know what the fuck you're talking about. So you got to do some digging and find out who it is. And it could be as simple as if you happen to be listening to music of somebody else and a tune is playing, do you know what that is? And if they don't know, well, if you happen to be listening to the radio or you listen to streaming audio, if you listen to streaming audio, you shouldn't really have much of an excuse to not know what the hell is playing, because just about all streaming online, all streaming things, if you listen to a proper MP3 program like Winamp or something, it tells you what the freaking name of the damn thing is and who made it. So write the damn thing down and hunt it down. You will find it that way. And try your best to remember the names. Like right now, there's a CD that I got a lot of music like this, but there's a CD that I think I will never ever find again. And I'm pissed at this. I got this. Again, I got this used at a thrift shop in New York somewhere. It was a jungle CD, all original music, damn good stuff, and it was made by some crew in New York somewhere. I don't remember the name of the group, I don't even remember the names of the song, forget the name of the record label it came out with, and I lost it, and I don't even know where to begin to find it. I think that's just gone. The only way I'm going to be able to find it is by luck, okay, and that sucks, because that was some damn good music. Music that I still remember in my head that I would have already used in some of my videos right now, and I can't. So I know how much it hurts. Remember the names. You need something to start off with to find this shit. Second, do not be afraid of using the internet to try to find CDs to buy, or at least fan sites of music. There's tons of sites online that cater to particular underground genres of the type of music I like listening to. It's a lot of jungle sites. There's a lot of drum and bass sites. House. House is huge. House is a type of music genre that just never will fucking go away. And there's so many subgenres of house, it's just ridiculous. You'll always be able to find something in house. Trance, and just an aside, I feel sorry for trance heads, because trance is nowhere near, it's not what it used to be. It hasn't been what it used to be for like almost a decade now, and that's neither here or there. There's all these different things that can cater to it. One link that you might have noticed in the other two parts to this rant, talk, discussion, rambling thing that I'm doing, you'll notice I keep putting up that Ishkur's Guide to Electronic Music link. Use that link. Use it. Granted, it's a bit tongue-in-cheek. Granted, when the guy put it together, it's kind of done in this half-joking, half-serious sort of way, so you gotta take everything there with a grain of salt, but if you just about everything you need to know about electronic music, it's there. Types and it gives you names to start with. You'll hear certain tracks. Well, that sounds good. I want the sample. You hear a sample of a certain beat. Oh my god! Hell, I already had a lot of music, but when I went to that particular flash site and I saw that, I ended up getting lots more music just from that I didn't know about. Use it. It's a tool. And that's what I mean by using the internet to try to, you know, track stuff down. There are sites that cater to this type of music, and they will help you to find what you're looking for. Third tip, understand that you're not going to be able to get everything mainstream. You're going to have to do some digging. Don't expect to be able to find this type of stuff in the Best Buy. Not going to happen. 75% of the time, the music's not going to be there. You're not going to find this at Walmart. You're not going to find this at Target. I'm sorry, you're just not. Because these places don't cater to this type of music. They cater to the bullshit that's played on the top 40 hits radios. So if this is the type of music you're looking for, you can't go there. You might get lucky. You might find... Because they do have a dance or electronic section, which is where they pretty much dump all this shit. It's not like they have a house section and a chill out section and a, you know, a jungle section, drum and bass section, house, like, you know, like the places I went to, like other music, for instance, they know how to divide their music up that way. You go to freaking Best Buy, forget it. Be happy with the so-called electronica section, and you might find something there, but most of the time it won't be there. I'm just letting you know, because even there, it's mostly pop crap, so if electronic music can be pop, but you know what I mean, the dance music that's played in the cheesy dance radio stations that I think every city has. You're gonna have to go to the thrift stores. You gotta go to the used CD places. You gotta go, if you got a place like the Village where you live, you got some type of subculture street place, go to the back alley music stores there, and that's where you'll find your shit. If you know a DJ, or if you got contact with a DJ who plays this stuff, start asking them questions. Where you get that? Where can I buy a CD copy of this? And again, online, you'd be amazed what you can find. Like eBay, and especially the merchant place on Amazon, lots of great music there. Hell, that's where I got this latest Preview 73 CD from. Went over there, somebody was selling it for like $8. 8 sold! Bang! And there it was. Also, to kind of go with you a little bit of digging, consider buying vinyl. Especially if you're buying old school jungle. I gotta be honest, guys, a lot of this music simply does not exist in conventional means. There's a lot of jungle out there that, unless it got put on a compilation CD, you're never gonna fucking be able to get it. I'm sorry, you're not. If they were only on dub plate and somebody didn't make a copy of it that later on went into a compilation CD, you're fucked. You gotta hope somebody made a bootleg copy of it in some old busted tape somewhere, or somebody's mixtape, because that might be the only way you're gonna be able to hear it. Hell, there's like a certain mix. There's a different remix version of Johnny Jungle 95 that was pretty much lost. Somebody had to literally recreate it by finding the original samples and redoing it. That was the only way he'd be able to get it out to the public. I got a copy of that one, by the way, and it's damn good. But he couldn't find it any other way. I think he might have heard it in a mixtape and never heard it again. But yeah, you might have to go to vinyl, because I just said that it probably won't be on vinyl because it was probably on a dub plate, but some of this stuff does exist on vinyl, and only vinyl. Or you might hear it on a compilation CD, but it might not be the whole freaking thing. Especially if it was on a DJ's mix, then you know it's not the whole freaking thing anyway. They might have sped it up or whatever. Or in some compilations, like there's a couple of these jungle compilations I have, where they won't play the song all the way through, or they might edit the middle part out just so they can fit a certain amount of songs on the CD, and that fucking sucks. And the only way you can find it is by buying vinyl. So if you're really crazy about finding this music and you really want to find some of those hidden gems, consider getting yourself a record player and buying the vinyl. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to do it. This is why DJs still rely on vinyl, because that's sometimes the only reliable way to get your hands on some of the good shit and be able to play at parties, because you will not find it on CD. Much less on MP3. Though there have been exceptions on MP3. There's been a slow, quiet underground movement of people trying to take vinyl and bring it directly in MP3 for people to get. If I can remember the site, there's this one guy who has a jungle site where all he's doing is taking old vinyl and old classic tape hits and converting it all to MP3. If I can find the link, I will put it up. And I suggest you guys go there and grab that stuff, because we don't know how much longer that shit's going to be up, so grab it while you can. I guess that's about my tips. You gotta know how to dig. You need to know what you're looking for. Ask somebody knowledgeable who also likes listening to this stuff. Don't be afraid that you're gonna have to get out of the mainstream areas to find this music. You're gonna have to go underground. Go to the grimy, dirty places. Go to the places where people wear the big wide pants and the extra chains on there. They know where the hookup is. If you know any ravers, ask them. Trust me, they know. Ask them. They'll be able to hook you up. And again, don't pass up the vinyl option. You might have to do the vinyl option. Sometimes it's the only way to be able to get this shit. And yeah, that's about it. And just keep your ears open. You're not going to be able to grab a horde of, like, you won't be able to have this instant cache of music when you'll be able to find it overnight. It takes time to build it up. Just like any collection. I mean, let's take jazz for instance. I'm running out of time, but like even jazz, there's a lot of well-known names people know, but then after a while you start realizing that these hidden gems in jazz that people go, oh, those are the shit, you gotta track that down, and you can't find it anywhere. You gotta go to an old record shop to get it. Same thing with this, but even more so, because this was underground music for real people, not marketed bullshit for the masses, so you're gonna have to do some digging for it. Alright, this is my last video on this subject, so catch you guys later.